position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick release on the RPO. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeper.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give out of the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4.
Yo. Yeah, that's fine. You get my text? Nah, they it ended up not being sleeved, so they have a contractors list. They know that they have to go all the way to the main. They have to hire somebody, and that where their dig safe marks ended, and that they shouldn't have dug if there wasn't marked out to begin with. Linden? All right, when's he going over? Linden? All right. Right.
First and goal. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the bounce. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Oregon Ducks offense has the ball for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Moore will throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number 1, and they give up a sack on play 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
That's caught. It's Benson. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Directions now as we crank it up in the second. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Moore to the air. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Oregon! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the offense back onto the field. This quarterback part of their running game. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Discards him with the stiff arm. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Quarterback will keep it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. They'll toss it to the left. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll sneak and try to surge forward.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There's nowhere to go.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And now this offense will take the field again. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout.
Fucking piece of shit.
Intercepted at the goal line. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Caught in the backfield. It's Bryant. And the defense drags him down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Moore will throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He slings it deep to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He wants to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And after that, best thing you can do, punt it away. Here comes the special teams. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy. One that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinators.
Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Throws for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They would have needed a 50-yard field goal from here, so instead they'll keep the offense out there and go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Unloads quickly. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense working from the pistol. The option look. Now the toss. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Finds a tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
the move.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a...
And down he goes back at the 3.
I know that's a negative play for the offense, but nice job by the QB trying to manage the loss on the play, understanding that every yard here at this point of the field is so critical, so good awareness trying to fight back as best he could.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Looking for a deep man. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I like the idea defensively here, too. Now, you got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen. Look at...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The Ducks will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. There he goes. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter, and this defense will start the 4th on its heels. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. He makes a grab. And he's got a touchdown. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Take it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
From inside the 10. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Moore will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps
Come on,
out
guys.
but he's got enough for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Finds his man. It's Moore. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays.
Turning it on. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It's complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Moore to the air. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. It's complete to the left. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. The give as they work on that clock. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's...
Touchdown, Oregon! Grabbed the
Man,
end zone
dog,
to put
he's
6
thinking
on
no
the
God,
board.
nobody.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back and line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter. Got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
Moore will throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense looks like they're coming. Going to sling it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're looking to throw on second and short. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Listen, this offense right now is trailing by multiple possessions. They've given up back-to-back sacks. The number one priority on this next play has got to be pass protection. Whether that means you leave extra guys in to give this QB an opportunity to throw it downfield, you got to do it because you're not going to have a chance to win if he keeps getting hit like that.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you can possibly do.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back down.
Well, you get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
They'll go to the air. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Moore will throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.
On this next game. Sorry. Stop. this kick